Anthony Elanga.
That is quite brilliant.
Who's actually gone down. Landed awkwardly. But he continues. Most intent on making their mark, and this is wildly encouraging. And it's 2-1.
What a run from Anthony Elanga, that is. Once Elanga gets, there's so many players we've seen in this position check back, not him. Going straight to the danger zone, brilliant ball, and I want he makes a great run. And tucks it in, and now we'll have a fair bit of stoppage time, no doubt. There's probably a good 12 minutes or so.
Just the one shot on target so far, and that was a very lame one from Enzo Fernandez. Through the middle here goes Elanga! Nottingham Forest take the lead inside 3 minutes of the second half. Chelsea undone, caught cold at the start of this second 45.
Caicedo and Gallagher get themselves mixed up, but what about the touch and the pass from Taiwo Awoniyi? Absolutely fantastic through the legs of Thiago Silva. Elanga's first touch actually is not a great one because he doesn't take it in his stride and away from the Chelsea defender, but the adjustment is absolutely superb and just slots it past Robert Sanchez right into the corner. What a finish, and what a start to the second half.
Helped away by Sangare. Gibbs White for Elanga. Through it goes here for Wood. Charging through on Kaminski. Finds the finish. That's what the City Ground wanted to see. That's what they wanted to cheer. From a Luton Town free kick, Nottingham Forest grabbed the opener.
Well, it was like the red arrows going forward, wasn't it? How quickly that Forest break on the counter, but there is some unbelievable centre-forward play from Chris Wood here, and I really want to highlight it. Obviously, Gibbs White does really well, the little touch from Elanga, but this touch across Reece Burke is fantastic by Chris Wood.
Dominguez through for Gibbs White. Elanga. On towards Wood with a header!
You see here with Elanga, does extremely well, drops the shoulder, comes back inside. The cross, it's got all the pace on it in the world, and where before I was criticising Wood for saying he's getting too much on the ball, he just needs to use the pace on it. Well, that's what he does there. He just flicks it off the side of his head into the far post. It's a wonderful finish, and deservedly, I think, at this moment in time, Forest are 2-0 to the good.
With the pull back, and the finish is beautiful. Anthony Elanga. Forest showing some away muscle. He has been their brightest spark, and now he is lighting up the away end at London Stadium from behind. Forest in front.
Well, if anyone deserves a goal, it's him. His performance has been simply sensational, given Vladimir Sofal a really difficult afternoon.
Gibbs White. Forest looking to counter quickly. Wood waits, joined by Elanga. It's Elanga! Perfect start for Forest. 2.5 minutes played. Chris Wood was the obvious target for Morgan Gibbs White, but it's Anthony Elanga who's headed Forest in front.
It's magnificent from Gibbs White, it really is. But you have to question Martin, the defending from Brighton. They didn't close him down, nobody came towards him. The cross was perfect, the header was textbook.
One thing they didn't do is give Chris Wood much service in the box, but he's picked that up himself now, and a lovely little through ball, and what a start to the second half! Just over 90 seconds in, it is Anthony Elanga who sends the City Ground wild. What a start!
Well, that is just unbelievable, isn't it? It really is. Chris Wood, his involvement there was absolutely pivotal. Wins the ball really well. Dwelt on that a little bit there. Chris Wood wins it well. Look at that little pass. The weight of the pass was superb, and the finish was excellent from Elanga.
Gibbs White now. Through for Elanga. Chris Wood is there! Wouldn't you just know it? How often does this happen? Back on familiar turf, back on the score sheet. Chris Wood, formerly of Newcastle United, taps it home for Nottingham Forest.
Well, it's a big goal. It's the counter-attacking moment. Kevin Trippier there.
Gift for Newcastle. Now Elanga going through the gears. Helped to the ground by Isak, but the game goes on. Advantage played by Chris Kavanagh, and on goes Chris Wood! And what a finish that is! He just kept on going and going and going. And the advantage from Chris Kavanagh played a key role in the goal, which was so well taken.
Well, I'm pleased you credited the referee there, Chris Kavanagh, because what you'll find, it's that counter-attacking moment once again, the transition with Elanga's pace. He gets done here. Many referees wouldn't have let that go, but what he does, he allows play to go on, and then Chris Wood finds himself in a one-on-one situation, and he does it, and he beats his man in Burn, and then he's got so much more to do. Just admire the quality of this finish from Chris Wood.
Ryan Yates with Elanga left, Wood through the middle, Gibbs White in support. And it is Gibbs White! And Forest are back in the lead! Terrific response from Nuno's men.
That's tucked away with perfection. Onana's done well to get across and maybe get a fingertip to it, but sufficient pace on it to find the back of the net.
Now Gibbs White, and he's got some room to work, and he's played in Elanga. That is quite brilliant. Newcastle cannot deal with his pace. Saw that on Boxing Day, and we've seen it again tonight. Missed his first chance, scores his second. It's 1-1.
Well, we've just seen the possession stats and the attacks stats all in favour of Newcastle United, but the way they've built up here, Nottingham Forest, again the exposure. Where's the midfield of Newcastle United? They've left the back three isolated once again, which you can't do. You've got to credit him, the mindset, the composure, and Dubravka did everything. He's come out and tried to close the angle, and that is a calm, cool finish from Elanga through the legs of Dubravka.
It is a win that Forest have merited if it can get over the line. Origi extravagantly out to Nico Williams, who pitches it away, and this could finish it. Elanga doesn't, but surely Hudson-Odoi will. Oh yes, he does. Now that win is very, very safe. Callum Hudson-Odoi caps off a wonderful afternoon, and Forest have their first 3 points of the new year.
Yeah, 2 goals at the end of each half, but thoroughly deserved for Nottingham Forest. Hudson-Odoi has been fantastic all afternoon. We were questioning whether he'd have been unhappy at maybe not taking more of the opportunities they've created, but he will get the credit, Hudson-Odoi.
Zil Murillo. And here come Forest with Elanga. Does it break for Wood? It does, and he is irresistible at the moment. Scores for the 4th game in a row. It's his 12th Premier League goal of the season. He's in the top scorer charts, that's for sure, and a great conversion rate. And here he is, 1 chance, 1 goal, and it's 1-1.
Yeah. Whilst Tottenham have been dominant, once again Forest have had the odd opportunity on the counter-attack. And we did say that if a goal's going to come, you fancy it in behind the fullbacks. I actually think Mickey van der Ven makes a bad decision.
Montiel now for Anthony Elanga, also coming in today. And Elanga with a really positive run, and what a cross, and what a finish! And Nottingham Forest have an early lead, and it owed much to a delightful delivery from Elanga.
Well, as I mentioned about the pace and how dynamic that both sides have in their front four, it's Elanga who starts today. He's up them 1v1, isolated against Charlie Taylor, and all he's got to do is just shift it just to the right-hand side, and then puts that ball in that corridor between goalkeeper and centre-halves. And there's Chris Wood at the far post with his left foot. He's got to make sure it's a stiff ankle,